Hello everybody and welcome back or welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over some of the most useful tips and tricks for the newest Roblox hit game, Doors, which has recently exploded in popularity in over several platforms. These tips will be helping you reach Door 100 a lot easier than you could before. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Also, if you find any of these tips helpful, please consider clicking the like button below and subscribing. Now, let's get into the video. Before we get into the tips, we should start off with a short summary of how the game came to be. It all starts with a group called L-Splash. This group has over 3 million plus members and is responsible for creating the game on Roblox Ragdoll Universe, which currently sits at over 31 million visits and more. But the creators weren't really satisfied with the game, so they decided to brainstorm and make a new one. There were two people in charge of the L-Splash group. The first one being Lightning Splash, who is the founder of the group. And the second one being Redibles, who is the co-developer and founder of the group. Together, they both took inspiration from a game on Steam called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. After taking inspiration from this game, they finally went into coding, posted the game, and it went viral. And that is the origin story of Doors. Now, on to the tips. Your first tip is conserving battery power, energy, any kind of light source you may have access to. It may not seem important now, but it is very important throughout later doors in the game, such as 50 to 100, especially from 90 to 100. From door 90 to 100, it is so dark you can barely see where you're going, and if you don't find a closet in time, well... Private servers are very useful to all kinds of players, especially for the ones that do not like getting trolled. Most players in Doors these days really like to troll people who do not have all the achievements or who haven't beaten the game yet. This includes stealing closets from you so that ambush or rush gets you, or making noises behind you so that the figure runs at you instead of them. Private servers will allow you to have the game at your full advantage so that you can enjoy it for whatever level that you want to enjoy it at. If you don't feel like making a private server, you can also just play as one player and it'll have basically all the same benefits as before. Looking up a tutorial video. You can always look up a tutorial video for Doors. They're always there and you're already watching one. So you've already done number 4. So good job. Staying near closets throughout your gameplay is very useful. Throughout the game, it'll try to disorientate you so that you think that there is a threat when there is not. Or sometimes it'll trick you into thinking there is no threat at all. In dark, rainy rooms, you don't have the lights to flicker, and the rain already sounds like rush or ambush, so it's hard to tell when an enemy is coming or not. Until the very last second, of course. So staying next to a closet will very much prevent you from dying as much as you would regularly. Always check your surroundings. Throughout the game, there are chests and drawers you can loot. In those, you can find flashlights, candles, lighters, lockpicks, and more. You can even find coins, which are useful on door 52, where you can go to Jeff's shop and buy even better items than what you started with. You can also earn 2 achievements. One is by buying an item from Jeff, and 2 is by donating as much money as you can in the tip jar until it's full. The most useful item in the shop is most likely the crucifix. You can use the crucifix against enemies. When you use the crucifix against an enemy, it'll bring out chains from the floor and it will hold them down, either enough time to get you away from them, or it'll completely get rid of them. This is probably one of the most useful tips you are going to get in this video. Actually, probably the most useful. Never go in the closets on door 50 or door 100. This creature called the Figure is blind, but they are an excellent hearer. And if they hear you enter a closet, then you have to do a death sentence mini game that not many people are very good at. So if you enter a closet on any of these doors after watching this video, you have been warned you will most likely lose all of your progress. Because this is what happens to most of the people that try to do that mini game. Keeping track of door numbers is very important because there is a monster called Dupe, and if you don't pay attention to the door number, he will scrub out the number so that you will pick the wrong one. And if you pick the wrong one, he will attack you and it'll take health from you. So make sure you are always keeping track of door numbers. If you don't keep track of the door number, here's a tip to help you not get duped. Throughout the game, you've probably noticed that the doors have a certain radius, like around them, before the door will actually open when a player approaches it. With dupe doors, they have a smaller radius before the door will open, because they're not like the normal doors and are programmed differently. So by finding the length of the radius of the real door, then you can do this trick. By getting close up to 38, you can clearly see that it is the dupe door because it didn't open. Because now when we try the same trick on 39, the door opens. So if you forget to keep track of the door number, you can always use this trick to help you. Unless if they take it out of the game, which is most likely. If you made it this far into the video and haven't already, please consider subscribing so I can continue making awesome content like this. Now on to number 10. Throughout the Seek Chase and this part of the game, you can see glowing blue lights. The lights are there to help guide you to go to the right direction. So whenever you're lost in the Seek Chase and don't know where to go, look for the guiding blue light and it will help you throughout your journey. It also helps in many different levels, so keep an eye out for it. Now with all these tips in your head, you'll be able to enjoy the game a lot better than before. I hope you all enjoyed this video so much, and I hope you consider subscribing and liking the video down below. If you don't, you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy some of my other content that I provide on my YouTube channel. Now let's talk a little bit about the future. If this video gets 100 likes, I will do a part 2 on tips that are not useful in the game anymore. And if it gets 200 likes, I will do a part 3 where I give tips and tricks on how to beat door A0 to A1000. With all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.